Assalamu alaikum and a very good day to our lecturer and fellow friends. Today, our group will present an operational workflow analysis of the integrated digital ecosystem implemented by Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad, MAHB. We are from class NBTM4A, and this presentation is for Professor Madya Dr. Muhammad Zulkifli bin Abdullah. Let me introduce our team member. Start with me and myself. My name is Nur Azlin binti Abdul Karim. Here we have is Nur Suzila binti Muhammad Nasir, Mashitah binti Muhammad Kasim, Nur Shamimi binti Aziz. And the last one is Nur Alia Maisara binti Muhammad Safwan. Under its Airports 4.0 initiative, launched in April 2022, MAHB is modernizing operations through digital transformation. The initiative focuses on creating a contactless, paperless, and seamless passenger journey powered by advanced biometric facial recognition technology. Currently operational for domestic travel with Malaysia Airlines and AirAsia, the system functions as a shared digital platform. It connects airline databases directly with airport systems for real-time verification, creating a faster and queue-free passenger experience. To achieve this seamless flow, the ecosystem relies on 4 core components. First is the EasyPass kiosk, where passengers check in, print travel documents, and register their Face ID. Second is the EZPass enrollment totem, allowing web check-in passengers to scan their boarding pass and instantly activate their biometric token. Third is the EZ-Bags self-service baggage drop, where passengers tag and process their luggage automatically before it is routed to the aircraft. The fourth and final component is the EasyPass e-gates, where facial recognition technology instantly verifies passengers and opens access points without the need for physical documents. Now that we understand this digital ecosystem, let us examine the external factors driving this transformation through our horizon scanning analysis. Hi everyone, my name is Nur Suzila.
It is a pleasure to be here with all of you today. To understand MAHB's digital strategy, we must first look at horizon scanning. Horizon scanning allows us to observe the external trends in the aviation industry and understand why the organization is compelled to change. First, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Over the next 10 to 20 years, the global aviation sector is rapidly shifting toward a fully digital and contactless future. Global trends are encouraging airports to adopt seamless and touchless travel experiences. According to the latest Global World Airport Traffic forecasts, global passenger traffic is expected to reach 19 billion by the year 2045. This significant growth requires airports to eliminate manual bottlenecks and improve operational efficiency. Although MAHB's Airports 4 initiative has introduced advanced automation, the current environment remains a hybrid model. Heavy reliance on manual intervention for non-biometric passengers continues to create a legacy burden. A successful digital transformation should gradually reduce this dependency and create a smoother passenger journey. Now, let's zoom in to the current reality. To understand how MAHB addresses this challenge, we selected the EZPass integrated ecosystem for our analysis. Despite being implemented since April 2022, an adoption gap still exists. Many passengers remain hesitant to use the technology due to concerns about errors and often choose traditional manual counters instead. We selected this process because it highlights the balance between advanced technology and human-centered adoption. This challenge lies at the heart of modern digital transformation and provides the foundation. The next stage of our analysis, which is the internal audit. Having analyzed the external environment, we now move to the internal audit. We dissect the MAHB EasyPass system not merely as hardware, but as a complete ecosystem encompassing data, people, skills, culture, and structure. Starting with data. The gatekeeper reality is that while EZPass is integrated with airline databases, Data remains constrained by safety protocols and legal requirements. Not all destinations permit fully biometric travel, because visa and documentation rules still vary across countries. Since airlines face substantial penalties for passengers with incomplete travel documents, manual verification to serve as a critical security layer within the workflow. Next, we examine people and responsibility. Who is accountable for this massive operational workflow within the MAHB EasyPaaS ecosystem? At the executive level, the process is spearheaded by the Group IT Division, led by CIO Vijay Kumar Dayude, the ETCOCA's 2023 award. On the ground, operations rely on hundreds of frontline personnel, including customer service ambassadors and airline ground staff, who serve as the essential human interface for this technology. Next, we examine skills, the expertise foundation behind the EasyPaaS ecosystem. To maintain system stability, MAHB relies on its IT operations and support department. To bridge the skill gap between legacy systems and emerging technologies, MAHB leverages the Malaysia Airports Academy, or MAA, to continuously upskill and prepare its workforce for digital transformation. We examine systems, what is working and what can be improved. MAHB's biometric facial recognition technology has positioned the organization as a regional leader in airport innovation. However, a clear gap remains in the user experience. The system currently struggles with low sensor sensitivity and frequent detection failures. In addition, the design lacks inclusivity. Narrow e-gates can limit wheelchair accessibility, while fixed camera heights may not effectively accommodate children. The sudden withdrawal of physical floor assistance has also overwhelmed first-time travelers, causing many passengers to return to manual service counters. Next, we examine culture, the integration challenge. We observe a cultural shift marked by friction between the fast-paced and the local corporate culture that values consensus. Finally, we examine structure, the ecosystem strategy. Structurally, MAHB is moving from physical asset management towards service data management. As MAHB expands into utility-oriented technologies such as automated vehicle tracking and smart parking systems, the key structural challenge becomes integration. MAHB must ensure that these new units and EasyPaaS no longer operate in separate silos, but function as one centralized and connected digital ecosystem.
Hi everyone, my name is Mashita.
For new model generation under the Hinge approach, we are focusing on leveraging improved levels of digital maturity. Building upon our audit findings, we propose a new business model to elevate MAHB's digital maturity, the AI-powered inclusive smart airport model. This model enhances the current Airports 4.0 ecosystem by integrating artificial intelligence and universal accessibility to create a seamless journey for everyone. It is designed to support all passengers, including children, elderly travelers, and OKU passengers, creating a more inclusive airport experience. Currently, passengers with baggage must use the EasyPaaS kiosk, drop their luggage at Easy Bags, and pass through e-gates at departure and boarding. Passengers without baggage follow a different route by using the enrollment totem before proceeding directly to the airport e-gates. However, this workflow frequently experiences bottlenecks caused by facial recognition failures, accessibility limitations, and false baggage rejections. These issues often force passengers to queue again and search for manual assistance, increasing waiting time and reducing efficiency. To transform this experience, we introduce a smarter and more proactive AI-driven workflow. Before arriving at the airport, passengers receive smart mobile notifications that guide them through the journey based on their flight profile. EasyPaaS kiosks and enrollment totems are upgraded with AI-adjustable cameras and multilingual voice guidance for a smoother enrollment process. Easy Bags is enhanced with AI computer vision technology to reduce false baggage rejections and improve baggage processing efficiency. The new EasyPaaS e-gates feature wider lanes and auto-height cameras, improving accessibility and verification accuracy for all passengers. An automated smart assistance system instantly alerts nearby staff whenever a passenger encounters an issue, removing the need to search for help. By adopting this model, Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad can reduce waiting times, minimize manual intervention, and create a truly passenger-centered inclusive smart airport ecosystem.
Everyone, my name is Nur Shamimi Aziz. I will present about gap analysis. First, current state is gaps in data, people, and skills that cause the VUCA lens. Volatility is the speed gap in data, which is global travel regulations change rapidly. The current system lacks dynamic, real-time data integration, meaning software, programming cannot keep up. With frequent border rule changes, uncertainty is the judgment gap in people. Biometric systems cannot interpret gray areas or judge human behavior. There is a gap where human frontline personnel are still irreplaceable to provide contextual judgment for boarding decisions. C. Complexity is the integration gap in skills when current technical training is limited to basic hardware troubleshooting, like resetting machines. There is a gap where staff lack advanced digital-first skills to analyze centralized data flows across fragmented systems, like easy bags. Ambiguity is the customer information gap. There is a lack of clarity that confuses passengers. Passengers are often unsure of their eligibility, leading to an information gap where they retreat to manual counters due to fear of trial and error. Does the system or workflow process facilitate work effectiveness? In theory, yes. The workflow is designed to facilitate high work effectiveness by automating repetitive administrative tasks, optimizing airport floor space, and creating a faster, queue-free passenger throughput. In practical execution, no, it currently fails to achieve full effectiveness. Because the system lacks operational resiliency, any single machine failure breaks the entire automation chain, forcing the workflow to halt and causing passengers to default back to manual counters. Core weaknesses of the work process. Our analysis identifies 4 core weaknesses in the current workflow, which is A. Technical limitations, that is, low sensor sensitivity and high false rejection rates, especially at the Easy Bags counters. B. Non-inclusive hardware design, that can fixed camera heights and narrow e-gate spaces that physically exclude children, families, and wheelchair users, that creating an accessibility gap. C. Support vacuum is the premature withdrawal of on-ground staff assistance from self-service zones, which completely overwhelms first-time travelers. D. System silos. A lack of fluid, back-end data sharing between the Easy Pass kiosk and Easy Bags, meaning errors at one stage cannot be resolved using data captured earlier. Hi everyone, my name is Alia Maisara.
Now, let's look at who benefits from digital transformation.
Tech-savvy passengers enjoy a faster, seamless, and touchless travel experience.
Commercial airlines benefit from automated database checks that reduce compliance risks and costly penalties. MAH staff can focus on higher value roles as digital ambassador. Executive leadership strengthens the airport's reputation and regional competitiveness. Looking ahead, MAHB should move towards an adaptive, human-centric AI ecosystem. This includes smarter cloud-based data networks, empowering frontline staff with digital skills, and creating user-friendly systems with multilingual AI and inclusive designs. These improvements will help build a more efficient, resilient, and passenger-focused airport for the future.
Future State Strategic Recommendation. To address these VUCA challenges, MAHB should transition towards an adaptive, human-centric AI ecosystem. First, the future data state. MAHB should adopt cloud-enabled predictive data networks with real-time immigration and thematic updates to improve data resilience and respond quickly to changing border regulations. Second, the future people state. Technology should empower rather than replace frontline staff, allowing them to focus on complex passenger needs as digital ambassadors. Third, the future skills state. Through the Malaysia Airports Academy, employees should be upskilled with stronger digital and data literacy to support smarter airport operations. Finally, universal design, MAHB should implement adaptive and user-friendly technologies such as multilingual AI and accessible interfaces to create a smoother and more inclusive passenger experience. Together, these strategies will help build a smarter, more resilient, and passenger-centric airport ecosystem.
In conclusion, our operational workflow analysis of MAHB's biometric ecosystem highlights a classic digital transformation reality. Having advanced technology is only half the battle. True digital maturity requires successfully closing the operational and psychological gaps between the system and its human users. By utilizing the Hinge approach and viewing our operations through the VUCA lens, we have identified the core challenges. These challenges do not lie in the hardware itself, but in the alignment of our data infrastructure, people dynamics, and technical skills. Transitioning toward our proposed AI-powered inclusive smart airport model offers MAHB a strategic path forward. By turning physical asset management into an integrated, cloud-enabled service data platform and transforming our ground staff into empowered digital ambassadors, MAHB can seamlessly navigate the future demands of global aviation. Ultimately, this ensures that the Airport 4.0 journey becomes truly effective, resilient, and inclusive for all passengers. Thank you.